In about 6 weeks, my wife and I will be welcoming our second daughter into the world. We have a 3-year-old. I'm a business owner, a dad, a husband, and life gets pretty crazy sometimes. And all of that has come about over the past 10 years or so. After working in corporate America for 6 years, finding my way in this world and developing myself as a man, I've found a purpose and a vision for my life. And I'm here to share the ways that I found that purpose and vision, what I've learned along the way, what I'm continuing to learn. Each week, I'll be posting a video of kind of how the previous week went, what I went through, successes, challenges, family, business, health, mindset, all that kind of stuff is what I'll be sharing. I encourage you and invite you to follow along if you're interested in that kind of thing. I'm hoping you can learn something from me, and I can learn something from you all as well. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, like the video, subscribe. I love improving myself, keeping my mind healthy and sharp, keeping my body strong, and living a fulfilling life. I'm very passionate about it, and that's what I'm here to share with everyone. I've started doing these morning walks. One of my big goals every single day is to get 10,000 steps at least. And these walks in the morning, I'm usually finished by about 6 o'clock. Help me get there. Like if it's noon and I've already got 5,000 to 7,000 steps in, it's super easy to hit 10,000. But if you get to noon and you only have a couple thousand steps, you have to spend more time walking to get to 10,000. So I like to front load my day by getting a couple thousand in before I even eat breakfast, before my daughter wakes up. And then that sets a great foundation for the day to make sure I hit those 10,000. One other thing that I love about spending 30 to 40 minutes each morning walking before the world wakes up really is it gives me a chance to have some uninterrupted time to think, to plan, to really just line out my day. And so I found that to be a super productive hack when things get busy. I'm going to tell you guys 3 things that I did to get me where I am today. And I have a long way to go with where my goals are and where I'm at, but I don't have a boss. I work for myself. I am free to do what I want, when I want, and that comes with a lot of responsibility. But at the end of the day, freedom is worth every single bit of that responsibility to me. I'm able to provide for my family, and those things alone equal success to me. And I say all that to say, these 3 things are what got me to this point. Number 1, recognizing that I needed to change my life. Recognizing that I needed to change my habits. Recognizing that I needed to change who I surround myself with. Recognizing that I needed to change how I spend my time. Recognizing the fact that I needed to change. Number 2 is implementing that change. Coming up with a plan and executing that plan. Changing your habits. Changing what you consume every day. Changing the people you spend time around. Changing how you spend your time. You know, your time goes from being spent for leisure and for entertainment to spending time with a purpose to change and improve your life, a purpose to change and improve your body, change and improve your mind. That happens with feeding yourself positive content, consuming positive content, consuming productive content, being intentional about how you spend your time. So number 1, recognizing that you need to change. Number 2, coming up with a plan and executing that. And number 3, is picking something and going all in. I remember sitting at my desk at a big corporate company. This was about the 6th year that I worked in corporate America. And I knew about 4 years in that it wasn't for me. Made a couple changes, and this last change that I did when I moved to this large company, I said, if this doesn't do it for me, if this doesn't fulfill me, we're gonna go a completely different direction entirely. And I just didn't really know what to do, you know. I spent the time changing my life and developing some disciplines that allow me to have more freedom because I have the discipline to do the right things in my free time. And so I got to a point where I was sitting behind a desk where that spending my time working for somebody else doing a pointless job that they could replace me tomorrow was no longer worth my time. And I knew that. Yet I was still having to go, 8 hours a day to this office, be around people that have different goals than me, different mindset than me. It made it really hard to go into work every day. And so for me, I got on the internet, started Googling some things to figure out ways to make money that don't require a whole lot of school, a whole lot of certifications and things because at this time I had one child, I was married, and I couldn't take a massive pay cut. So what I decided to do was start a pressure washing business and build that on the weekends and evenings while I still kept my corporate job for a few more months to build up a little bit of a customer base and a little bit of money. But the main point being is I just chose something and ran with it. I chose something and went all in, and that was 3 years ago, and I'm still all in. I'm still studying this business and hustling and building this business to a point. And I'm not the one out doing all the jobs. I was business to create the freedom to not have to go into that office every day. And now the freedom to go out and build the business bigger because I built a team and I built some systems in place that allow me to do that. And all that started with just recognizing that I needed to make a change in my life and making a plan to make those changes and executing that plan, building good habits, building disciplines that keep me healthy, keep me hungry, keeping a healthy mind. That's the big one. And once you do that, you realize, a whole different level of possibilities come into play, and then that's when it really gets fun. But those are the 3 things that I did to get me to where I am today. I appreciate you guys watching so far. And one thing too that is important to know throughout this journey is I am not claiming to know it all, claiming to be any type of expert. I'm simply sharing my journey and sharing what's helped me along the way. I don't pretend to have all the answers. And the other thing is I'm new to this creating videos thing as well. And these videos, I can promise you, are only going to get better as I get better at editing and develop the skills that it takes to become good at creating content and sharing my story. And so I truly encourage anyone who is interested in this type of information to subscribe to the channel, follow along as we go. And I hope I can help you improve your life, improve your situation along the way. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll see you again next week.